Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video, and today we're back with some Gran Turismo Sport content. When I played this for the Nürburgring video, I think it was last week, I really enjoyed playing this game once again, and so I'm back on it. And so we're going to be doing daily race C and then A, I believe. And the first one's going to be on Super Formulas, and you can see here, this is the Super Formula Honda, which is not the Super Formula I usually use for my livery, so that's why I don't have a livery for this, for this car and for this video, but I will have it for future videos. But now we get into it, and it's going to be at Austria, this one is, so we only had 3 minutes of practice, because that's when I was able to download a livery, because I can't race without livery, and so that's when I was able to download a livery and get into the game. So we only had 3 minutes of practice, and I managed to snatch off the fastest lap in the final lap I had. It still wasn't perfect. I could definitely have improved it, and I think I actually may have done even better in the actual race itself. Probably not, but so yeah, definitely wasn't the best lap it could have been. But considering the 3 minutes of practice, it was a pretty decent lap. Could have gone much faster to the final sector. Overall, though, it was a pretty good lap, and so we're going to finish in 1:16, and that's going to put us, I believe, P11 in the standings, and we'll now see, yep, P11, we're going to be starting P11 from this Grand Prix, and there's actually strategy in this race. You can see there on the bottom left, it says tire requirements, hards and mediums, so we're actually going to be starting on hards. Excuse me, we're going to be starting on hards, because since we're starting so low, and then we're going to try to do the alternative strategy and then go on to the mediums later on. But here we go now for the start of the Grand Prix, starting P11 on the left. Let's see what we can do in this race. There's also going to be overtake button, but you may notice I realized about it only like late into the race, so I apologize about that. But anyways, here we go to almost favor lights. In a bit we're gonna be favor lights. Here we go. 1, maybe, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is actually my first standing start, so that's why this start is gonna be so shockingly bad. We get a terrible reaction time, and then you might notice I randomly brake in the straight. That's because that's because I forgot that my look back button, I set that as a brake button because of a problem I had with my wheel once when I was playing. But well, everyone goes wide and makes a mistake. Aim to turn 1, so we actually don't hold position. We fall down to 13th, but it's really good compared to the shocking start that we got. We can see there our calamity still in there. We get absolutely sent from the back, and then we spin for good measure, and so we're back down to P16, I believe. We're gonna be at P16, maybe no, P17. I apologize for that mistake. P17. There's a guy with penalty. Those are actually, yes, I was actually right. P16 after the penalties and all that. But yeah, really bad. Sorry, we're not gonna move on to lap 2. And this is where first maybe action will become, as there's a guy with penalties up ahead, the white car, so we might be able to get him. We've somehow fallen to P17, maybe we're P17, I'm not sure. But this guy has a penalty, so maybe we'll be able to overtake him. Not down here though, just a bit too far away, but you can see how much chaos is ahead. This guy hits the Red Bull liveried car ahead, who gets a penalty for no reason, because, I mean, he was hit from behind. And so he's gonna have a penalty. We can overtake him if we we don't have to do anything to overtake him here. And you can see the white car just does not have any patience. We overtake this guy who's making a big mistake. Then there's another white car that's get a penalty. The Red Bull gets a penalty, and so we're up at a P14. Pretty decent first couple of laps. This lap also for a bit of a comeback. We get a shocking run through the final corner, so you might no, we don't get attacked from behind, but we get a penalty even though we lost time. So now we're going to have to slow down here for half a second, and that is going to invite, I believe, the Red Bull from behind. I think the white car we were fighting earlier made a mistake or something. This is another white car, actually not the Red Bull, this is another white car, not the same one we were fighting earlier, but yeah, the white car we were fighting earlier is behind us now. I think he made a mistake, and so here we go now, trying to re-overtake this guy from Argentina. Can we go around the outside? No, we're gonna actually stick behind them for now. We try a little look down the inside. That was me just trying to be too eager, not having the patience that we will need in the second race, as you will figure out, as you will discover. Right now we just want to get a good run through the final sector. We don't. We're going a bit deep, and you can see from behind the Red Bull driver just absolutely sends one down the inside. I was not expecting that. And so we get set wide, and we're once again behind this the Red Bull driver and the white car. And so here I was just like, frick it, you get a bit of your own medicine. We actually dive the Red Bull guy. We don't actually get the position, but at least I give him a bit of his own medicine. And we will get the position now as we use our overtake button, so we can just go around his outside. We're actually no, we don't get the position yet because I wanted to go for a switchback here, but then I realized that I'm really not confident in this acceleration zone, and so the switchback that's just oh my gosh, the switchback just doesn't work. And so we have to try to get this guy. Once again, we're gonna maybe send that inside here. No, I thought he was gonna go in deep, but turns out I was braking way too early. As now you can see a beautiful double loss of air in there. There's one guy goes out there, one guy goes out here, and so we're back up into P13. And another guy goes out there, so up into P12. So a lot of people making a lot of mistakes, but yeah, this Red Bull guy is getting away from us, but I really don't want him to get away because you know, kind of pushed us out of the way when he made the overtake. To be honest, I should have looked at my radar as well, but I was just not expecting to be there. So we got a beautiful run through the final two corners, much better than our quality run, and so we set this guy up. We used a little bit of overtake, even though we probably didn't need to, and we're back up into P11, finally overtaking this Red Bull guy, and now we can set out to try to catch up to the guys ahead. And so we're gonna move on, I believe, to lap 7 because that is the only other moment when I get a bit of action. Here we are now. And you can see the guy ahead has a penalty, but we actually overtaking him before his penalty gets applied because he absolutely loses it around there. And we also had overtaken someone else somehow, so up in P9, not 10. I'm actually gonna pit this lap 7. You know, I know what you're gonna say, that this means that I'm gonna do more laps on the hards and on the mediums. But hey, at least, they both last the distance, so we're not gonna refuel. So let's see if they can do a quick pit stop. Yeah, the pit stops in this game are really quick. Probably use like around 13 seconds. Here we go. Yep, 12, 13. It's gonna be like around a 20-second pit stop, maybe 18 seconds. But overall, we lost only one position. We're free P9. We're not P10. And now we're gonna try to catch up. We're now P9. So that's really good, and now there are more people pitting, so maybe we'll climb a lot of positions. Yes, P8, so really good undercut. Maybe that has worked, and so now we're gonna move on to the second half of the race, which is where we will be the ones to shine. We will be the ones to have better pace, and so here we go now. Lap 12, we finally caught up to the guys ahead, El Speco, and then the Brazilian guy up ahead of El Speco is actually really slow. At least that's what I found as I was catching up to these guys. And you can see him just weave into the big slipstream, but this is obviously going to end in a mistake. And I was actually sad about this because that meant that El Speco was probably going to get away. The Argentine guy was probably going to get away because he was really fast. But we can still maybe get this Brazilian guy. He breaks really early here. I almost completely run into the back of him, and so we're up in a P8. And I tried everything to catch up to the guy ahead, but I just did not have the pace. Well, we both actually know before I go to that, the Brazilian guy actually does a beautiful switchback on me, and so I have to get him back, and we're gonna. I knew here he didn't have the pace to make such a late braking, and I went a little bit wide as well, so he just absolutely overshot that completely. And so we're back up into P8, and now we're looking to get P7, but as you can see, lap 14, and we just did not have the pace. We just didn't have the pace. You can see there, I'm just looking at the traction control screen, and I completely missed my braking point. And so I don't only get overtaken by the Argentine guy, I don't only lose any chance of overtaking the guy from Argentina, but I also get done by the Brazilian guy. But I wasn't worried about it because I knew I had much more pace than this guy from Brazil. I don't know what happened, he just turned a switch or something, and I just did not have the pace to get him back. We're now on the final lap, and I just didn't have the pace, no pace whatsoever, and so we're not gonna be. We get a beautiful run of these final two corners. You can see that we're just going a bit too deep, and we won't be able to overtake him. So really surprised. I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest. We do actually end up the race in P7, which is pretty good, pretty decent. as a lot of people get penalties that look very odd on my screen because the guy just I just completely cut the curb there, but yeah, not that awesome to be fair. P7 should have been better because of the penalties from other people. Maybe we could have gotten P6 if we had just kept our head cool and all that. But we're now going to move on to Brazil for our final race, and this is an absolute show of absolute patience here. It's in Group 4 cars, and I didn't have one single lap of practice. So this is brand new for me. We're starting last, of course, because I did not do any qualifying. And so let's see what we can do maybe from this P12, what we'll be able to do in this race. I'm not hoping for something like a win, but hopefully a podium may be nice. Or not maybe a podium, just, you know, a top 5 or top 10. It's gonna be easy to do. So here we go, and 5 lights are out, and we actually get a much better start than the final. Actually, not 5 lights, just 3 numbers are out, and I actually get a much better start than last time. So here we go now, 2 turn 1, just gonna go nice and easy, but making sure we get the overtake on this guy. We actually don't get the overtake on him because he gives us a nice squeeze. Aggressive, but very nice, to be fair to him. We go over a switchback, and we should be able to maybe overtake him here. This is, by the way, this is a 4-car race, so you can't have any other Group 4 cars. That's why, and I chose the Audi for this race. As you can see, we're gonna send it on the inside of this Citroen, I believe. Yeah, Citroen, and then our fellow Audi. We're already up at a P8, starting from P12. It's been a really good start, being patient off the line and not everything. People ahead are just flying with a half a second penalties. This Volkswagen just absolutely sideswipes me. I probably should have realized it earlier, but of course we get a penalty for absolutely nothing. We could have maybe avoided it, but it was definitely not our fault. There's a lot of lag going on up ahead. This guy ahead of me has 1.5 seconds of penalty. I've got an Audi on my left who just ghosted through me. Thank goodness for that. Then I wanted to go inside of the Citroen. They're all ghosting, and I try to use that to my advantage. But the only thing I got to that was absolutely getting sent wide by the Brazilian guy. So not really patient for me there, to be honest. I was just really annoyed of this penalty and saw that everyone's ghosting, so I tried to send it down the inside of the people who were ghosting, but they just stopped ghosting, so that was not good for me. There's a lot of chaos going on here. These guys are really dirty and just don't know how to drive really well, so I need to just keep my head cool, and that's what we're gonna do for the next 3 laps of this race. We do have that 1 second penalty looming over us, but other people have 1.5 second penalties, and since the field is so close, we should be able to catch back up to the people who lost time to. As the Audi here goes through us again, but we do keep the position on him. He then taps us. He then stops ghosting and taps us. And you can see how wide I went there. So really annoyed about how dirty and how bad this ghosting system is. Then the guy behind us actually quits. Maybe because he was overtaken by me or something, or because he couldn't take me, I don't know, but so we stay in P11, and this is exactly what I mean. I've kept my position, and I'm really close to the guys ahead, but we're going a bit wide. Felt like I didn't deserve it, to be honest. Track limits are what they are, and so I went wide there, and I had the punishment of getting a half second penalty. This guy up ahead, the Citroen, goes a bit wide. Correct me if it's not a Citroen. I'm just saying Citroen. I believe it's a Citroen, but I'm not 100% sure it is. So, but we overtake him, and then we get our half second penalty right here. But the person ahead has a 1 second penalty, so we might be able to overtake him. We actually don't end up making the move, but we're really close to him. So we're looking maybe at a shot at maybe P8, P7, possibly. I don't think P6 is in our range. This guy gets a penalty, the Citroen. I tried to, again, he was ghosting, so I tried to take the normal racing line, but he was solid by the time I managed to. And actually P6 gets a 1 second time penalty, which is really good because maybe we'll be able to catch him up. But all my hopes were absolutely destroyed when this Volkswagen ahead didn't understand that it should have just stick behind the Audi and try to catch up to the Citroen, and so he just sends it instead of every single corner possible. The Audi does really good defensive, but this is just wasting us time and making us go farther and farther away from the Brazilian who currently holds P6. because he has a penalty. Like I said, remember, he has a penalty, so we should be able to catch him up. But that is only if these guys stop fighting. And at this moment, I was so happy because I was like, okay, we can get P6 because really close to the guy ahead. He's gonna have a penalty, and these two are fighting, so they might even take themselves out or something. But we should be able. We have more pace in these guys, and we can have P6. But all my hopes were absolutely destroyed right here as Volkswagen goes for an outrageous dive on the Audi, sends him wide, and then the Audi, for good measure, switchbacks him. And loses themselves even more time, and I was upset. I knew that we can get this P6, but I probably didn't check the distance incorrectly, because here goes now the guy with the penalty, and we actually are going. I think he didn't get the best restart he could have done, and so we're gonna overtake him. And then these guys actually go miles wide. I was a bit eager maybe, but I sent it on the inside, and we do get P6. So being patient, staying behind those guys till the final lap, and then making sure we got the move on. It was a bit aggressive maybe, but you can see the guys behind just absolutely fighting themselves and driving themselves off the road, and that is perfect for me as we move on to the final lap of this Grand Prix, and we have gone P6. Really good, really happy about this result, because I know it was the best we could have gone for this race considering we did not qualify. So yeah, that's it guys for this video. This is showing you that patience is key in these races, and one needs to stay patient and not mess it up, not be too eager to make moves in straight away. Be patient and try to catch up to the guys ahead. If they have penalty, make moves where it's possible to do so, because you know those people are going to make mistakes. I know by how they were driving aggressively with each other, I knew they were going to make a mistake, and so I just stuck behind them, saw the guy had a penalty, and just decided to pounce when they made said mistake. And so, yep, that has been it for this video though guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look forward to more on GT Sport content on my channel in the coming weeks. In the coming days / I don't know, I'll see when I can, but yeah, if you guys like this kind of content, please make sure to like and subscribe and show me some support in the comments. But until next time guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.